Hello, everybody, and welcome to the chat. Today, I am super excited, and I feel a little bit like super honored that Scott and Liz from King and Queen Cichlids are here talking with us today. So thank you so much for being here and chit-chatting with us. Scott and Liz from King and Queen are here.
Sorry.
Oh, that's okay.
Unprofessional. This is why we don't live stream anymore. Sorry.
First audio problem. You have to get that right out of the way.
Okay, just relax. Relax.
Stand by.
Stand by.
Yeah.
Well,
See.
I don't know how to
Funny.
fix it.
All right, hold on.
But yeah, today's the new chat day. For those of you wondering why I didn't go Friday, I did decide to go ahead and move the chat today to Sunday because one, it's easier for us, and Jesse's going to be out of town for a while on Friday, so he's got to be here with me because he's my comfort blanket.
That's how I feel about this one.
Sometimes.
Sometimes the blanket can be suffocating.
More like a weighted blanket.
Wow, shots fired.
Oh, no.
You got to start it out. People are jumping in. Kaylor's in. People are jumping in. Got to fire a shot out.
That's funny.
Hey, while we have a second, guys coming into the live stream, let's get Kerri to 3,000 subscribers. You're right there, right? You're like
yeah, I'm pretty close. I'm getting closer.
That's fantastic. So you guys, if you're not subscribed, definitely subscribe to her channel. She's awesome. Now, you're supposed to be asking questions, but do I hear you have a silver arowana now?
I've had him. I'm assuming it's a boy for what, 2 or 3 years now.
Really?
Hang on.
2 years at least.
Oh, going on 3 years.
I got him for St. Patrick's Day. I walked in and it was a sale on the fish store, and he was in a 10-gallon tank. He was really little, and now he's in the 180-gallon. So
great. Has he jumped yet?
Oh, he jumps for fun. He jumps for attention. He jumps if he's hungry. He's in the dining room now. And our dinner table's right there. And of course, for Thanksgiving dinner or anytime we have company, everybody stops at his tank and they get really close. And I'm always like, please don't tap it, but they get really close. And of course, sometimes he appreciates it, and sometimes he's just not in the mood for it.
He likes to show off. We got half-inch glass on top of it, and he's big enough now he can move it.
Yeah, but I'm not going to lie. When we have company over, the top of the tank is kind of cleaned off, but when there's no one coming over, it's a catch-all because I'm scared that he's going to jump one of these times and move that and get out. So I put anything and everything I can on the top of that glass just to keep it weighted down because, yeah. But
so you guys know I had 2 really big ones, right? So I got to the point where every morning I would come running down, scared that they had jumped out, scared that I'd find one on the floor. So that's why eventually, after all those years, I just decided to trade them off to someone else because it's stressful. It was stressful, yes, for me. And also at that size, it was time for them to get a pond, which is what they got. So
yeah. I think in the future that I'm going to there's a new aquarium that opened a few hours away from us that I figured when he does outgrow this tank, I'll probably have to donate him there.
Right.
I thought, honestly, it was going to be a little bit easier to find bigger tanks in this area, but it's really hard to find big tanks in this area. So I luckily fell into this tank, but I don't know honestly what we would have done if this tank didn't come into our life. Like, it was just a miracle at the right time because we really needed it. But once he outgrows this one, I don't know if I'll be able to keep him as much as I want to, just because I don't know if I'll be able to find a tank big enough for him because he's getting pretty big now. He's pretty healthy.
There's always the option of building one of those plywood tanks like we always discuss, but it's a matter of finding the space in your house to actually have that.
Well, if you're a sub to Chris from Tank Addictions, you see how much trouble it is to build that tank. So shout out to Chris. Hopefully that will work whenever he gets the glass in and everything set up. So fingers crossed.
Yeah, they're really cool. I just don't think we have the room for it. And I would keep him, like, I would build some kind of special something for outside if I thought that the weather's just not nice enough in the wintertime here. It gets too cold.
Well, at some point you're gonna have to think about that because they don't stop.
I think about it every day because I'm sad already, and I'm not even close to that yet. He's still got plenty of room, but yeah. But that I know that what you're talking about. The first thing I do in the morning is on the way to let the dog out, I walk past it and I give it a good look because you know what that sound, that water sound is instantly, and you can hear it pretty far, and you're like, okay, is he just wanting my attention or are you what?
Yeah, I got so paranoid that I actually put security cameras in my fish room just so when I'm in the office, I can check to make sure I see them swimming. That's how crazy it got for me.
Yeah, I would do that too. I'm just here, I'm here all the time. So it's a little easier for me. But thank you, Kaylor's Aquatics, for the $2.99 super chat. Or the super sticker, rather. Thank you.
Love you, Bob.
Oh, yeah. Please hit that like button. Yep. Monster Fish Gal. Thank you.
Thank you for being here.
So this is your first time on this day in this time slot, right?
We've had a few Sunday live chats in the past, but it wasn't the every Sunday thing. It was just when someone couldn't do a Friday. And I had one of the YouTube helpers that teach you how to do YouTube that I followed for a while. He did a really quick Sunday chat one time with me.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Or if there's a crazy time difference.
Mm-hmm. But for right now, I think if it's okay with everybody, if you guys like this time slot, I know it's easier for me. And like I said, I didn't give Jesse a title or an option to stream with me. I'm just like, you here, read.
You're a good man, Jesse.
Oh, I try. I
try that with Liz. It doesn't always work, but
I try. She's hooked me. She's brought me into this hobby, and I've met a lot of really neat, interesting people. So I enjoy the people in this community.
Yeah.
Now, what camera are you using? Because it looks really good, really clear, really good.
It's a Logitech webcam.
That's what I have.
I don't know what it is. I was watching John and Lisa, and he did a video a while ago and did like, this is what I have. And then I messaged Lisa. I was like, what was that? And she's like, it's this. So I just clicked and pasted in Amazon and said order.
I think it's the 920. I think we both have the same thing. Your lighting looks a lot better. Jesse, you did a good job with the lighting there, buddy.
Thank you. That was all instruction from my better half.
I'm like, see, I had like a halo, and I was like, I'm not the queen in this stream. Get that away.
No, but you are an angel.
We are all queens.
Just so you guys know, before they brought us on, they didn't know we were on waiting for them. And Jesse and them were trying to get their lighting right. Jesse was like, well, I see a reflection here. I see a reflection there. I was like, my God, if that doesn't sound like you and I trying to get ready for a live stream.
I battle with these lights because you can see them. And I'm like, oh my goodness.
Well, the trick is the reflection off the glass. Like, I'm sure you can kind of see our computer screens in the glass. And that would just drive me nuts trying to somehow. I could put my fat head over most of it.
I know, that's what I do. Sometimes I'm like, I'm just going to sit like this and no one can see it.
Don't move. All right. So what's your favorite fish in your fish room right now?
My Kerri tetras.
Really? Nice. Where'd you get them from?
Rachel O'Leary.
Love her.
Do you know Rachel O'Leary is like 10 minutes away from me? That's how close she is. She's an awesome lady.
She is. She really is. She's super nice. I had one of those moments where I'm like, just talk. But she found out that I really wanted them and I couldn't find them. And because nothing is spelled like my name, there's nothing out there that's spelled like that. But there's a fish out there that spells my name like it's meant to be.
Yeah.
Like, send me an email. I'm like, oh my gosh. You are just as amazing as I thought you were.
She is.
Yeah, she's awesome.
She's humble and she's down to earth and she's really helpful. You went to go see her last week?
Or week before last, probably. Yeah.
Yeah, we have a video coming out of some fish that Liz got, or a fish that Liz got.
Yeah.
That'll be coming out real soon. So I'm super excited. There's some footage with Rachel together. So I'm excited about uploading that real soon.
We'll tell her I said hello.
Definitely will. She's doing a lot of traveling now. So
I stalk her on Instagram.
You stalk her on Instagram.
That's great.
That's funny.
As long like with a lot of other fish people. I'm like, oh, you guys.
Well, we stalk you right back. We like you and Jesse as well, for sure.
Well, thank you. Yeah, you guys were kind of one of the big inspirations for us doing the couple thing for a while, because I would just force him to watch everybody's videos, and over time he's really fell in love with everybody too.
That's awesome.
I'm like, watch this. Watch this. This is so cool. Watch this. Watch this.
I think couples in the hobby, that's a great thing. You know, you got John and Lisa, me, we got Primetime Aquatics, you guys, you know, Joseph and oh my gosh, I'm forgetting her brain. I'm like,
Amber,
thank you. So Big City Bettas is the first thing that came to my head. And you know, it's really cool to see couples in the hobby and how they interact.
It is. It's
and no one tells you no at the fish store. Like, I can take him now, and he doesn't tell me no.
That's the awesome part.
Okay. I was like,
I'm the pro and con guy. I'm the pro and con guy about it, because she usually has 4 or 5 different little things she's got going in her brain. And I'm the pro and con guy. I'm like, so which one are you really wanting to do first?
So she starts out high and you just kind of bring her down a little bit.
Or I'm like, well, if you want to do the hard project first, we have to put these 2 other little projects on the back burner.
Kerri, you got a good man right there. You definitely got a good man. That's for sure. She just said,
Well, I'm the fix-all guy. I have to fix the outside pumps, figure out any sort of tub troubles or anything we have going. I get the phone calls when I'm out of town. What do you think I ought to do? This broke. What are you? It'll be all right. I'll tell you what.
Just put your finger in the hole until you get back, right?
And don't worry, I'll be back in 4 more days.
That's too funny. That's too funny. Who we got in the house here?
Oh, we got everybody. I seen Big Tank Hank was in here. Fishy Bits in here.
Monster Fish Gal. Nice. All right.
Be here.
Oh,
it's fun. It's fun. I still get super nervous before the stream. Like, I get nervous all day. Like, I'm so excited, like a good nervous. And then I'm like, after it's I'm like, wow, that was fun.
It's funny. I would get nervous. I would get anxious. I would stress because I'm, you know, I have plan A, plan B, plan C if something doesn't work. But it's nice getting on other people's live stream. I just like 5 minutes till I just get on. I'm like, this is great. I don't have to worry about anything. That's what it was like last night when I was streaming with Aquafun. So it's nice to be able to not have to stress about setting up, because this is always set up all the time.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, this setup for my live stream stuff, I don't mess with it, but for my videos, when I get to making videos again, because I use my phone.
I was going to ask you, I see a lot of live streams and I haven't seen as many videos. What's going on?
Just everything.
Life. Yes. Liz's life.
Yeah,
what happens.
I agree. I mean, that's why I took a little break for a little while, just to try to get my head above water, because I was working 60 hours a week.
Yeah, we had no QT time, and
QT time's important.
It is.
But I think I finally got my head wrapped around how I could, because I'm still working the hours.
Yeah.
I think I got my head wrapped around how I can continue to work and somehow put videos out, because I found out I like making videos and it helps me forget about work.
I think the biggest take that you have is you're not so fixed on it having to be perfect. You're doing a little more off the cuff stuff, which is nice to see you do.
Yeah. So less B-rolls, less editing.
Yeah.
And it seems to be working. Everyone seems to be responding to the videos pretty well. So I'm happy for that.
Well, and it makes things easier when I stop overthinking everything. and just go back to the what works and what was just there's something cool going on. Shoot it.
I see
and share it. Don't sit here and worry about this and worry about that and worry about how to figure out to do this to make it more fun. There's no, like, I get in my own head and I make it way more complicated than it should be, and then I get stressed out about it. So if I would stop,
you guys are peas in a pod.
Thank you, Liz. Just be you. Just do you.
Enjoy it. Have fun with it.
Kerri, I'd be doing a video and I'd have so many ideas, and then halfway through I'd be like, Liz, why do I do this to myself? And I put all this stuff in this video, and it's so much work. And I start on Monday, and by Friday it's done, and I'm struggling to get it up Saturday and get it posted. It's
I mean, it was literally like 6 or 7 hours per video of just editing.
Yeah, that's true. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like right now I have some really cool stuff going on in the fish room, but I just take B-roll now and I store it, and then I come back when I have time and I try to put a video together and upload it.
You're enjoying it more, I think.
Yeah. For sure.
yeah, some of my best like videos in the past, I wasn't even in it.
The way that, like, the ones that you take the least amount of time, you'll end up getting all these views, and it's like,
I know.
He used to complain about that all the time. Like, why is this video only getting this amount? But this video that I just threw together in 5 minutes and put on has got like thousands of views.
Yeah.
Because it was fun and it was interesting and it was all about the fish and what they were doing and not what my hair looks like.
Your hair looks great, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
That course, didn't we?
I chopped it. I cut 3 inches off of it.
Did not. Jesse did not like that part.
Yeah, I'm trying to grow it out like yours.
Well, you're
I had
getting
my
there.
hairstyle, no one had doing hair for so long, and let me tell you, the short hair is so much easier.
But it is really easier, but I missed the ponytails, the pigtails, the braids, the cute little Punky Brewster things, you know?
So do you have any big cichlids in your fish room?
Right now, no.
Oh, Kerri, Jesse.
We had a largemouth bass in the past.
Say that 3 times.
Yeah. My dad's got some pretty big angelfish at his house in his aquarium, but they're not here.
Right.
But besides just the silver, the biggest fish we have right now is just the silver arowana. Everything else is mainly live bears right now that we have. But
I want to go back to my big old bass and start another natural tank, but we haven't got there yet.
The natural tanks are always fun.
Where do you guys get your cichlids at? Do you just happen to like walk in and they just have them? Because they're really pretty.
Or are you just a breeding machine?
Well, that too, because those ones.
And I know you guys are.
Oh yeah.
Well, it clubs. I'll be honest with you. Majority, these fish that we have live 15, 20 years. Most of the fish in our room have been here with us for 5 years.
Or they come from friends who can't care for them anymore, or they want to go into something else and they're like, hey, do you want this? And
so I guess the answer is because of the local clubs, the circuit, you get to get a name for yourself, and people end up with fish that they don't want. They're like, hey, Scott, I got this doveye. I can't take it anymore. He's killing all my fish. I never thought this would happen. You like, did you not research this fish before you decide to put him in a tank with tetras?
And I'm pretty sure most people don't.
Yeah, that's a big problem for sure. So that's kind of how, we go to a lot of club auctions, pick up fish.
Well, we used to pre-COVID.
Yeah, pre-COVID, that's true. And then, we even have stores that know us, that call us and say, hey, we've had this fish for so long, we can't get rid of it. Would you be interested? And we end up getting fish that way. We do a lot of fish shows. I mean, that Cuban that I have.
Yeah. Just from you going, hey, he's gorgeous.
I picked him up from Mike from Imperial Tropicals because he didn't want to lug him all the way back to Florida. And it's like great opportunity for me to get a really cool fish. So it's just kind of
mixture
of things.
Well, they're beautiful.
Thank you. I love your planted tanks, though. Your planted tanks are gorgeous.
Yeah, they are.
I'm the one that talked her into that.
Not that you're taking credit for it or anything.
No, I'm not taking credit for it. I didn't know what I was getting into when I said the idea, and then she kind of hooked me on that, and then that went way uphill, I should say.
Well,
thank you for the $10 super chat too, by the way.
Oh, you're welcome. See, let me tell you something. We were brought up in clubs, fish clubs, and one of the things that you bring a guest speaker in. One of the things they do to help with their costs is they'll actually bring fish. We're talking about how you get fish and auction them, and that money goes back to the club. So every time we get a guest spot, I've been giving like some super chat just to kind of give back, say thank you, because that's the tradition that we came up with in fish clubs. So
that's really kind of you. Thank you.
You're welcome, and we love your channel. And again, 3,000 is coming really soon, I hope.
Yeah, I never would have thought, like my mom was just talking to me about it the other day. She's like, I remember when you were crossing 500 and you just were so surprised that anybody were watching. I was like, even now, I'm like, who would have thought, like, wow, thanks, guys.
Well, you guys have you're a nice looking couple. You speak well, you're professional, and we love to see the behind scenes stuff of what you're doing. So yeah, people are going to follow you for sure. Yeah. I remember I was so happy when I hit 1,000. I was like, Liz, that's it. I hit 1,000. That's all I care about. And then next thing I know, I want 2, then I want 5.
He's so greedy.
I am. Now I'm at 8, and I'm like, I want 10. And I'm like, it's addictive. You know, I don't know if it's competition.
Oh, you're very competitive. I think that is a big reason. You know, you like to watch the numbers.
I do a little bit. I am passionate about the fish I keep.
Absolutely.
And I want as many people as I can touch and give good information about these fish as I can. So the more my channel grows, the more people find out about specifically Central and South American cichlids. I'm doing a horrible job promoting you.
I don't need to be promoted. You're a people person.
Oh,
I'm a dog person. Big difference.
I know, me and Liz want to be rescuing dogs.
I mean, I could do the dog thing all day long, but you put me in front of people and I freeze.
Yeah, well, that's true sometimes. You come out of your shell a long way since you and I have been together.
Yeah, but I still prefer the company of dogs. Yes, I do.
That's honest. The funny thing is, I actually have a video coming out, and it's called The Most Fascinating Tank I Have. It's not even in my fish room, and it's really a video about her tank and her fish, because we have a tank in our dining room, and I just started looking at the fish because I don't ever look at Liz's fish or anything like that. And I started looking. I was like, this tank is really cool. And I just sat there for like an hour just checking out these little nano fish. No idea what they are.
They're teeny tiny little, half an inch fish, cute little things.
And I was like, this is probably the best tank we have in this whole house, and nobody knows it. So I definitely, I have a video coming out about that.
I am excited to check that out.
Yeah.
Well, I got him the other day. We were down here kind of cleaning up, and all of a sudden I'm like, I heard this, look at that snail. That's huge. And he was just staring at it, watching it swim. I was like, yeah, it is pretty cool, isn't it? He's like, yeah. We had a conversation about how cool that snail was for like a good 10 minutes.
He was moving off the glass. He was going over towards a plant. He was just kind of free floating, just doing his thing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Kerri, you said you brought Jess into the hobby. I think I might have taken Liz out of the hobby, quite honestly, because when we first got together, she and I liked the same fish.
We were very competitive.
We were very competitive, especially at club auctions, because we'd want the same fish. We'd be bidding each other up and fish shows.
We talk
Yeah, watch your mouth. This is not our live stream. Sorry. Watch your mouth.
No, that's still funny. I love it. Keep it going.
I'm kind of a little dominant. And so when we started living together and bringing our fish in, I think between this and all the other conventions and associations I work for, I think I burnt her out. And it was good when she went to see Rachel recently, because I could see that enthusiasm again. So I was really happy about that. And hopefully they'll continue.
For some reason, I have really sparked with the little itty bitty guys and the plants. I love the plants. I love that forest in a tank.
And what do you call your plant? Keep it simple. What do you call it?
Oh, the KISS method. Keep it simple, stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody knows that.
So.
I just learned that I just have a really good ability to grow algae.
Well, it's beautiful algae.
I can't turn off the light to save my life.
Yeah, if there was a market for hair algae, we would win.
I might have you beat on that. My 20-gallon, I pulled so much hair algae out, it was ridiculous.
Yeah, I almost put some on my head to cover up my receding hairline there. I figured that would help.
Hey, that's okay.
This is not a competition.
Me and Jesse, we need to have our own live stream.
That would be funny.
Well, I think Aquafunk, thank you very much. I think he's already got me and you started on that one. Me and you just have to go have an adult beverage somewhere and let the ladies.
That's fun for you.
That's awesome. You can pencil me in anytime. Where are you guys at? What's your location?
We live right in the middle of Missouri, in where my mom lives in the next town over. She lives in the winery town, so there's nothing but wineries and grapes and like
Say no more.
and you can go buy it's every time you guys live stream, I'm sitting here like, I need to tell her this.
Yes. I have a cousin that lives in Missouri now, so that gives us we have all kinds of excuses to get out that way.
Yeah, it's definitely grapes everywhere here.
Are we overpowering you with volume, or are you okay?
No, I think
you're fine.
Okay, good. Because I'm like, geez.
I'm loud. I apologize.
No, we switched places this time because our mic's right here, and Jesse, he's a loud talker, and I'm a quiet talker, and I'm like, we might switch.
Guess what, Kerri? I tried that too because I had the same problem. I'm a loud talker, but she wouldn't switch because of the dog, so I can't.
I'm a louder talker.
You think so?
Oh, how many times you tell me that once?
God.
All the time.
Listen, I'm hoping that the glass back here doesn't shatter. Please. I need my fish. Oh, man. So you said you have no big cichlids.
No, not at the moment.
Oh, my gosh. We're going to have to get your address. We're going to ship you some cichlids.
Well, I
have the room for it. I have a 75-gallon and a 40-gallon breeder that's for the most part open that could totally handle something. I just haven't went to the fish store for a while to even know what's available, and the auction stuff that we usually go to we haven't went to in a while, so I haven't really gotten anything new, but I have the tank space for it upstairs because the goldfish, they always do better outside for me anyway. So
but it's a bit cold up there now, right, for goldfish?
Yeah, but I keep
my outside pond does great.
Goldfish are good now. Cold.
I know, but I just
it gets cold here, but it doesn't get cold like some places like some of the people I've talked to in the past on the live stream. I'm like, now I can't even say it's cold here.
Well, it gets cold in Pennsylvania for sure.
Yeah, especially I'm like, it gets cold, but it doesn't get.
What was your temp today?
I think it's what.
Right now we're
35.
Right now we're rocking our high right now where we're at 41.
Yeah, we're like 65 degrees to 70 degrees here today.
That warm.
It was beautiful out here.
But
look,
we are not that way. See, now you started. This is why we don't live stream anymore, because now we'll get to a debate.
Sweet, I love it. Keep it going.
Well, last week was my birthday, and that was the warmest birthday I've ever had in my whole life. It's usually one of the first snowfalls, and it was 70. I was like, oh my gosh.
50 was the high. Thank you.
It's 55 right now, so 50 was not the high. Don't give me that.
But I think it's supposed to be icy or snowy at the end of this week, but it's still not. It's not. We're right in the middle of this country.
Well, Aquafunk chimes in 82 in Tampa.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's too hot.
What's the coldest it gets in Florida? Does it get cold at all? I mean,
I think they complain that it gets cold around 70.
That's crazy.
Yeah, come hit me up at 0 or negative temperatures.
Where he goes to work in the wintertime, it gets really cold. It gets a lot colder in Iowa.
Yeah, I go to northern Iowa, and it's nothing to hit negative 15 with negative 30 plus chills.
Do you work outside?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh God.
Oh man.
Shoot me. I like cold, not that cold.
Oh, I've sent her pictures And that's
His beard freezes.
I'll grow out a really big beard, and I'll have beard sickles hanging.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
He does tree work, and I go outside, take the trash out. I'm like, nope, I'm done. I'm done. I'm going inside. I can't do it. I'm not built for it.
Right.
Now, Jesse, Kerri said that her favorite fish was the Kerri tetra, right? So what is yours?
Mine actually is the arowana.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's
He's
my
always
jam.
feeding. He likes to watch you eat, and it's
fish.
You feed him live food, or what do you feed him?
Whatever.
I bring him a lot of live food.
We feed
That's
him
good.
pellets, earthworms, grasshoppers. If occasionally we'll go get something from the fish store for him every once in a while, but usually we'll get something out of our own pond.
Yeah.
We'll get some of the rosy red minnows, but it's like once or twice a year we'll do that. But it's usually grasshoppers, the katydid things. We have a wood chip pile in the backyard, so we get really big earthworms.
Yeah, I have a wood chip pile that's just dedicated. I turn it over with a pitchfork just to find the big night crawlers in it. That's just for him.
Yeah, we'll feed him those.
I love you guys. You guys are awesome. That's cool.
I am the true Missouri Ozark hillbilly.
But it's really fun, and it's probably kind of mean. But when our parents come over or someone new comes over that is an adult, not the kiddos, and they're always like, "This is such a cool fish. What is it?" And I'm like, "Would you like to feed it?" And they go in and they'll go like one at a time. I'm like, "No, just feed it." And of course, I know what it's gonna do. And it got my mom one time. I wasn't here, and she fed it, and she jumped, and the fish food went everywhere. It went all over the floor. But I was like, Brian heard a scream, and he's like, "What's wrong, Nana?" The fish scared me.
We have to tell people when they come over to see our fish room to enter at their own risk, because you put your fingers or anything around the glass. These guys don't play. I mean, you've been nipped several times.
Yeah, I went to fix a filter the other day, and that stupid barred midas took a chunk out of my finger.
Yeah, he's nuts. I did a video about his crazy butt, but he's nuts. But
I don't let him put their hands in his tank, but every once in a while during water changes, he tries to attack the end of the water hose that we refill it. I'm like, you can't eat that.
That happens to you quite a bit.
Yeah, I mean,
every once in a while when he's cleaning the tank, because I can't reach the bottom of the tank. My arms are too short.
I cleaned it a couple days ago, and he only drilled me twice. He got me once on the elbow and once on the back of the hand.
But
he only drilled me twice. Me and him have a comfortable relationship. I look at him and I keep feeding him. I'm like, you eat me. I will probably at some point turn around and decide I'm going to eat you.
But
that's right.
That bass was when we had him was the one that it would constantly bite you, but it didn't break your skin or anything, but you could definitely tell that he gotcha, and you're like, go away. But that arowana, we've learned that if one of us stands on one side of the tank and puts food in, and the other one's working on the other side of the tank, we can kind of keep them.
Manage him.
Because I don't want him to jump out. I'm just scared he's going to jump.
It's funny to hear you say that. We used to have to do that when I was like filtering, doing water changes. She would have to keep the cichlid on one side while I'm trying to siphon the tank and change the water. There he is. He's trying to move again.
Well, buddy.
I'm sorry. We're looking at our dog. If you guys, I'm sorry. We told you guys, but our dog fell down the stairs yesterday. So we had to take him to the emergency vet. He's doing a little better. He's supposed to be resting, but he just continues to want to walk around. So he's trying to get close to Liz right now. There's a pillow. All right. I see Mary Page is in the house. What is up, Mary? How are you doing?
Yeah.
Thanks for being here.
Yeah, got down the wormhole.
Hi, Dee.
Hi, Dee. I saw Dee this morning. She's awesome, too. Careful. Don't hit that power line.
I got it.
Yeah, I was looking at our live stream for a while.
There's the chewy boy. He is overweight, and how many?
He is pleasantly plump.
Okay, well,
fluffy.
That extra cushion didn't help him when he fell down. That's for sure. So, how old is he now?
14.
14 years old. So, He's doing better though. He's
good.
He's starting to put weight down on it and everything. Ugh. Kiss that face.
Really? You kissed his face.
So ScienceGal, what do you know? I'm known for big fish. Aquafunk is known for angelfish. John and Lisa, I guess they're known for
all fish.
So, what do you have a particular audience that you're shooting after? You have a particular? Is it planet tanks? Is that kind of where you're?
Probably it's mainly live bears. Live bears is what I've kept since I was a little bitty kid in my bedroom, and my mom would yell at me for it. You've got too many fish tanks, Kerri. So I would say what I know.
She still yells at her for
she
it.
still yells at me for it.
That's crazy. Funny.
I still hear this because Dad's listening. He always listens to the live chat. So hi, Mom. Hi, Dad.
Oops. Sorry.
She hates the sound of the filter water is what gets her.
Oh, I think that's so soothing.
Yeah.
Oh, right. But I would say live bears is probably what I have the most experience in overall. But if I walk into the fish store and I think it's cool, I will probably do some research in the fish store and figure out if I can have it or not. So,
right.
But I would say live bears, honestly, guppies probably the most part. I've had experience with swordtails and platies and mollies too, but guppies by far is what I've had forever. Cool.
Now you said your fish store. Do you have a local fish store? Or you have a Petco? What do you have near you?
We have a local fish store, and she retired and sold it. So we still have a local fish store, but it's a little bit different now. He's putting in some saltwater reptile type section, but we did get a PetSmart probably 3 years ago. It's still pretty new. So we have a PetSmart now too. So
how is that? Are they pretty good about keeping everything clean and the fish healthy and all that?
Yeah, I would say we have an above average PetSmart. And there's a couple of the I guess they're like the section fish managers that I've talked to, and they have a pretty good fish room themselves in their house.
That's good.
Some of the younger ones, probably not so much, but the ones that I see the most often, I feel like I'm kind of privileged that they know as much as they do.
That's
so I forget his name, but I've talked to him a few times about plants because I've only kept plants now for the last little bit. I've always had plastic stuff. I never went into the live plant stuff until relatively recently. So I'm still learning about all of it and what
again, my fault.
So I talked to him for a little while just to get his opinion of what he kept in his, because that's really the only place that we have for plants. The fish store, the local one, has a few plants, but I usually get it from PetSmart and then the auctions when we were going.
Yeah, before everything else happened.
So you have a fish club there locally?
It's 2 hours away.
What's the name of it?
The Missouri Aquarium Society.
Oh, okay.
It's closer to Fishy Biz.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
Wow. Cool.
He's my closest fish tube buddy.
I was going to say, I feel like you guys must have a bunch of stuff really around you. That's the only thing that really hinders us, I feel.
Well, we have one major fish store, which is that fish places. Which we've done videos. It's the largest by square footage store in America. They've gone through some different ownership as well. Yeah. They used to really keep the cichlids I like, but now they've kind of changed. And I guess that's, you got to go with what's selling. So there's a lot more African cichlids and a lot more live bears. The cichlids I keep, they get big. A lot of people don't want to deal with that. So there's less and less of that. So I really have to, Tangled Up in Cichlid is not far from us either. That is a wholesaler that does nothing but Central and South American cichlids. He might do some plecos, catfish. He might have a little bit of Africans, but overall, our biggest thing is that we have fish clubs everywhere. There's an aquarium club in Lancaster County that's 45 minutes away. Of course, our club, CCY, Cichlid Club York, is right in our backyard. There is, what am I thinking? Capital Cichlid, an hour away in Maryland. PVS, Potomac Valley is not far away. There's, Bucks County. How can I forget Bucks County? That's huge, great club. So there's like so many clubs around us that's really our source for our, how you call it, aquarium needs and wants and stuff. And once you get your name out there, you have people that know you. They'll find stuff for you.
Oh yeah, and that's what I'm saying. The interaction, and you meet people before all this, and so you guys, it's just a whole network that you can work with. And I think that's really what hinders us in the middle of the country where we are.
It's not as populated probably in Missouri as it is here with Baltimore, York, Philadelphia, all these major cities.
Yeah, I forgot the Philly club, Philly's about 2 hours away. Pittsburgh's got a huge club, which is not far. I mean, it's a couple hours, but yeah, we have a lot of different clubs, and we have a lot of people. You got Rachel O'Leary here. You got us. You got Veteran Aquatics, who's coming on strong. Dylan. There's a lot of. You got Karen and Alan Poseidon. I don't know if they.
Temple Poseidon.
Temple Poseidon. We have.
We have Wayne Leibel. We have Paul Lorzell.
I didn't even think about the NJS, New Jersey Aquarium Society, that has Dr. Paul Lorzell, one of the most restored scientist doctors in the world. So it's heaven here if you're into the hobby for sure. And all you got to do is introduce yourself, and
everybody's really nice.
Put away your nerves, and you'll meet some really incredible people. So I've been very blessed. It got me to meet Liz. So love my life. So that's. It's been great. It really has.
Yeah, it seems like rainbow fish and smaller like nano fish are way more popular around here than the cichlids, because I haven't walked into anywhere around here and just been like, look at that.
Yeah, look at that cichlid.
So I don't know what I'd probably go crazy if I did walk into a fish store like that. I'd be like, oh my gosh, or a club. I'd be like, oh. It'd be so overwhelming. I wouldn't even know where to begin.
Yeah, and I'm glad you said that, which is why it takes time for my particular channel to grow, because I'm so specific about the fish that I keep, and it's obvious that not a lot of people are keeping those. So well, I shouldn't say that. There are a lot of people that watch me that don't just keep big cichlids, but I think the majority of the people that watch my channel want to keep large cichlids, and as you said, they're not really selling. So I'm not as likely to get a large following like
somebody who had like a Rachel O'Leary who keeps a lot of nano species,
or John and Lisa who have a lot of. But that's not just that. John and Lisa are awesome. Oh, yeah. I mean, not only do they keep a lot of fish, they're great super people, great on camera. Do a tremendous job.
Super knowledgeable.
Yeah. And they're great. Their store's just taken off. I used to talk to John every day. Yeah. I mean, every day.
I know.
And since he started the store, I talk to him maybe once a week if I'm lucky, because he's just that busy. I mean, in his live stream, he was talking about changing his whole basement to his store now because it's taken off so well. So, John, Lisa, if you're out there, congratulations. Good to see you.
For real.
No, they're awesome.
Yeah. That's what I look forward to. Like my days, like I'm not gonna lie, I look forward to the fish group chats because that's my social interaction with my friends. So that's my Thursday.
That's awesome. So do you have dreams, aspirations to become a bigger YouTuber to the point where it's financially giving you money, like big time?
That would be great if it happened, but I would just like to get into a grad school program. Cool. I have been on the wait list for this grad school program for like 3 years for freshwater biology.
Wow.
That's amazing.
So I'm about to like switch I don't know. I'm just at my wit's end trying to get into grad school because I really want to go to grad school and learn. Like, I like the biology part of the fish tank. Like, I like having the fish tanks and everything and getting to know the fish, but the biology part of it is fascinating, and learning more about the genetics. I know just enough to get me in trouble, just enough to know, like, I think I know, and to be able to have the opportunity to learn that, to put that part of it into my videos. I would really like to do that.
That'd be awesome.
I'm not, if I could do YouTube more full time, because I'm here all the time, I have no reason not to do YouTube full time. It would be great, but I just want to get into a grad school program.
That's awesome. I mean,
and maybe like YouTube money to pay for it.
Nice.
But I don't know. There's a program I'm really interested in Florida that a couple of the ladies, there was Biggs's chat a few months ago. He had a couple of the ladies on from that school.
oh, really?
Mad, I forget his name now that I'm talking about him. But I think he's Rachel's friend, Matt Biggs. What's his name? I forget.
Oh, Chris Biggs is, yeah.
Yeah, he had a YouTube chat a handful of months ago with some ladies from that university, and I've been looking ever since he had that chat, been like progressively like I should apply to this and not wait any longer. But I don't know. But,
Sorry, folks, when she's thinking, her eyes try.
I don't know.
She's like an arowana. She follows
go back
the
to
food.
Lauren.
Oh, stop.
But that's my long-term goal, honestly, is just to learn more about the biology of it and share it. That would be great. And if people want to watch me and be my friend, that's great. But I'm not worried about being a big-time YouTuber or anything like that. But I know this Fish Fam community is my friends, my friendship circle. So as long as everybody stays, I'm happy.
Absolutely. The Fish Fam is real, and it's made up of some great people. I mean, I don't know. Every time I think of Fish Fam, I think of Candy and Bob right off the bat. But there's hundreds of great people out there that support, your channel, my channel, lots of channels that are coming up, and it makes this experience great. It really does. I mean, I love it. I really do.
Still, when I do film stuff, because I'm kind of, well, I am an introvert. I don't socialize very much. So it's so outside I never took pictures. I never wanted to be in family videos. When someone would be like, you want to take a picture at school? No, I don't. And so when I film and I edit, I put it out there and share what I know. I feel kind of like really proud of myself that it makes me kind of do something that in no way, shape, or form I ever would have thought that I would do.
Right.
Yeah. And I think the same goes for you. I mean,
I'm a super introvert.
But I think you've really changed. I mean, we've done a talk at the club. We're getting ready to do another talk in June at a club. And
I always drag my feet, but then I'm glad I did it.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's Kerri with T.
And what frustrates me is, and this is the truth, Liz probably knows as much, if not more, than I do when it comes to cichlids. She really does.
I did at one point.
Oh, stop it. Just stop it. And I think people would love to see, I'm using your live stream to do this. I think people would love to see more of you in videos and giving, information and your experience, especially from a woman's perspective, because women aren't represented as much as they should be in the hobby. So when I see you, Kerri, when I see Lisa and Rachel and you, we need more of that in our hobby, especially on YouTube. I mean, we really do. I'll get off my soapbox. Sorry, but
that's just not something.
No, it's a good soapbox. It's a good soapbox.
But then did you hear what she said? That's not really anything I'm interested in.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't like to be in front of the camera. I don't want to do it.
You got a responsibility to young women out there.
Responsibility to these dogs and to you, and that's it.
Oh my goodness. See. Anyway.
Right, Rico? Yeah.
Well, you're awesome, and I just hope at some point you will share more of that awesomeness.
I am very awesome. I agree. That doesn't mean I need to be on TV or YouTube or anything.
She's an introvert, all right. All right. Well, I tried.
Right.
If I can get her,
she's part of the community however she wants to be a part of it, because even if it's small doses, I'll take it.
And you know what? It's funny. John gave me that same advice because Lisa was not all about it at first. And it took a year or two before she got out in front and started getting on video. And his advice to me was, Scott, don't pressure her. She'll come along if she wants to, and then just keep doing what you're doing, and hopefully at some point Liz will want to get involved. And if she doesn't, she doesn't, and it's all right. But it's some good advice John gave me a while back. So.
And I just got drugged.
Oh my joy! Well, it was loving it. The first chat, he would sit over here, and he would sit. There, out of all the places you could sit, you're going to sit right.
It goes back to your lighting. I sit right
in front of the light, and I'm sitting. I'm trying to concentrate on my guest, and all I'm like, please just move, just move. So then I'm like, just come over here and say hi, and then just sit here and stay. But I was proud because he was like, "That's a lot harder than I expected." I was like, I know.
And to do it for an hour is a lot.
Yeah, but this is the thing. I feel like Jesse makes you feel more comfortable.
He does. He does.
And vice versa. I mean,
I just take up oxygen.
No, you make me feel more comfortable on live stream too. I mean, I can do it, but it feels much better with you next to me.
I don't know why. But yeah, I don't know if I could do it without him here. That's the reason I changed my whole live chat day so he would be here. I told him, I was like, by the way, we're going Sundays now. He's like, okay.
Yeah, and I missed the kickoff for the Kansas City Chiefs 22 minutes ago.
Yeah. So
yeah, I'm not enjoying that right now.
He's gonna miss 30
So if
minutes.
anybody in the chat has the Chiefs game on, could somebody tell me if we've scored yet? We're playing the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Oh man, yeah.
The Christmas tree. I'm gonna try to force a child to help me, and he's gonna watch a football game.
Yeah, last night with Aquafunk, Mike Tyson and Roy Jones were fighting. And I was like, I hope I get off this live stream in time to see that fight. And of course, fights always don't start until much later in the night, so I was able to see it. But
what do you think of that? I watched the interview afterwards. I know this is totally off fish topic, but I thought the interview between both of them was great.
Yeah, you can actually see it on YouTube at this point. You can just put in Roy Jones Tyson fight, and you can actually find the whole fight. I think Tyson won. I think he looked good, and I think if he wanted to get back into fighting, especially with these bozos that have in the heavyweight division right now, he could probably become champion. I mean, you got Tyson Fury and you got Deontay Wilder, but I think he can probably handle both of them.
And it looks like your Kansas City Chiefs are winning 10-0.
Thank you, everybody out there. I see everybody blowing it up. John Larson, I see everybody throwing it up. Thank you very much.
I'm gonna make Jesse mad. Come on, Tom Brady, let's get in there.
Oh, that's fine. You can go. I mean, he had to bring Gronkowski out of retirement for all his injuries and go to Tampa. So
I'm more interested. I like UFC. Like, I'm weirdly obsessed with the UFC stuff, and that's like the only thing I follow. So I'll watch the football stuff, but I'm more interested in your fight talk. It's random.
If you like McGregor, or who do you like?
I don't. It just depends on the fight. Like, I don't have a favorite.
McGregor's old news.
Yeah, but it just depends on like I like to watch both sides and how they train and like all the lead up stuff and like their backstory stuff. But I don't really have a favorite. I just like to watch it.
Yeah, well, that's real fighting for sure. It's not like put gloves on and heavyweight fighting. It's real fighting. It's pretty entertaining. I like it too. I watch it when Liz's not around. She doesn't UFC fighting.
Oh, yeah. I don't care either way.
We'll pick out 1 or 2 fights a year that we get really into. I wouldn't say I watch it every weekend, but we'll get 1 or 2 fights and we'll plan the whole evening. I'll watch all the lead up and I'm like, let's go out to dinner and watch it. But he has a wrestling background, so he knows a lot of the different wrestling moves. I just go and act like I know what they're doing and cheer along.
Yeah, when you coach regular wrestling, little league and high school for 20 years, you got a decent background into MMA.
Yeah, that's awesome.
You watched The Mandalorian because I know you're a Star Wars
Okay,
Yes.
I do, but I haven't seen Thursday. So
Okay, well, we won't talk about this.
no one in the chat ruined it for me because that's exactly where I'm going after this.
That's all I wanted to ask you anyway, was if you watched it, because I know you like Star Wars, and I really like the Star Wars stuff, but I've been trying to learn the backstories of all these, and I'm like, this is a little much, but it's so fascinating.
Yeah.
The Scott's knowledge, I get to ask, well, was this like it in the comic books? And it's a yes or a no. It was like this. And
comic books, you're talking.
well, you know what I mean, like the Star Wars universe.
Yeah, well,
the Avengers comic books and all that stuff.
if we turn this camera, there's nothing but Star Wars stuff all in my shelves, all over the place. Lots of collectibles. In fact, one of my favorite gifts from Christmas was Liz got me a Baby Yoda that I got up there. I absolutely love the Baby Yoda.
Every time Baby Yoda is on and doing something to the doorbell, I can see Scott just wanting to pinch his little cheeks.
I know.
And what's cool about this was she got me this before there was like mass producing Baby Yodas. I think you had that specially
custom made piece for you.
Aww.
Yeah, so it's pretty awesome.
Cool. Yeah, I was obsessed with Star Wars. In my 6th grade year, my mom had to make me the Princess Leia buns with the braids. Every morning she had to do my hair like that. And I had the Star Wars Trapper Keeper and the markers and the pencils, and I was obsessed.
Yeah, what year was that? Like 2000?
I wish.
I graduated in '86 from high school, so I don't even want to hear it. You probably were born that year or something, or not even that year.
I'm a little older than that, but not by much.
Oh my gosh!
Thank you, Mary Page, for the super sticker. Thank you,
Mary Page. We love you. Happy. Well, you already know we got on your live stream and said happy birthday to you, but she's awesome. Love Mary to death.
So Rich T says Jar Jar is Baby Yoda's father.
What? Don't even try it.
That's funny.
I will have to say, this episode that you're gonna watch, just make an evening of it. There's a lot of stuff to soak in. Maybe watch it 2 or 3 times.
I think you watch all of them 2 or 3 times.
It's a lot. It's so good.
Spoilers.
No spoilers. That's all I'll say about it.
For me, please. So
I was waiting. I was waiting all day. I was so excited.
Sorry, Dragon Lair, we went off topic, way off topic.
Yeah, it happened.
Hey, it's your live stream. You know, Liz and I, we did live streams. Lord, we talked about fish, maybe 10% of it, and we just randomly just talk about whatever. And that's people like, you know, people enjoyed that. We were kind of
that's the live streams I enjoy most, is hearing about people's lives and what they do, not just fish.
Yeah. Now, if I want to hear just fish, I'll probably put on Corey and clean tanks and have it in the background playing, or John. But yeah, I like live streams that don't, just focus on fish.
Well, it's hard because this is the first time I've talked to you. I talk to you in my head on your live chats all the time. Like, you guys are my bestest friends.
Oh my God, I do that too.
The first time actually talking to you, and it's like when you chit chat, you kind of bounce back and forth a little bit of everything. But
I got to tell you, Kerri, when you sent that shirt to her, oh my God, I told you this before, 2-3 months straight. She was wearing it all the time.
I still wear the pink one all the time.
And then I think I was getting on her so much about it, she finally stopped wearing it. And then she had the nerve today to come to me and she's like, do you think I should wear my shirt? And I was like, yes, this is the one time you should be wearing it because we're going on a live stream. Did you have to ask?
Well, I had it all packed up to send her. I was like, I can't send this. Like,
it feels so good.
I took a lot of research. I did a lot of research on t-shirts too.
I refuse to use my towel because it's so pretty. I cannot use it. It's still in my cabinet, unused.
True story. And Jesse, you make that shirt look good, buddy. That's for sure.
Oh, it's so comfortable. It really is.
It's very
good. Well,
but you got the long sleeve, don't you?
Yes, sir.
Oh, I would sweat to death.
Really?
Well, it's one of those dry ones, so it doesn't it's not bad because I sweat all the time. I'm a very hot natured person. I'm always sweaty, so I was like, I need something, yeah. So I'm very picky about my t-shirts.
You guys must be like sisters.
Women run hot. We just do.
Ever since I had my child, I was the one that'd be like 100 degrees outside, be like, I'm cold, guys. Oh my gosh. And now I'm like, get out of my way. I'm sweating and you can see it. It's like a red line. I'm like, you guys, I'm hot.
Yeah. Every night Every night we have a fan blowing on the bed, and I'm freezing on one side, and she's like in the tropics on the other side.
I had to lower it because he was getting sick because I had to have the fan on me all the time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I'm a snorer too, so I snore, and then bringing all that cool air into my system wasn't good for me. So.
Yeah. He complains all the time. You're always so hot. Why? Well, sorry.
I mean, he's got the heat on today. It was 72 in here, and I was dying. I'm like, oh my god,
because you told me
too
you
hot.
were cold. So
but I can always bundle up. I can't strip.
Oh my god, Jesse, help us out.
That's why I told
Well, I don't want to comment on that other part. It'd be an awkward stream.
They say they're cold. We turn the heat on, then we're wrong. We turn the heat on.
Because I've got a soft, warm, cozy robe that I can just snuggle into.
Oh, jeez. Then why tell me it's cold?
I don't. You just assume.
This is why we don't live stream. Oh my god, it's past 5 o'clock. Jeez, that went fast.
Oh Lord.
Well, thank you. I really appreciate you guys talking to us.
Oh my god, anytime, man. We're fans of you as much as you are of us. Trust me, we really are. And I can see me and Jesse hanging out anytime. I mean, that'd be awesome.
Oh, that was fun. We will have to do this again.
Yeah. Anytime you guys pass through Missouri, feel free, call me. We'll go hit up a winery and they can go do what they want.
I promise you, it won't be under 19-degree weather. It's got to be at least 32 for me to get there. So what is that for you, like June?
Huh?
When's it nice? When's the temperature nice there?
And what is it at night anymore?
Oh,
is there
no.
I don't even know.
Well, don't be a travel agent.
April.
I don't even know.
April, it warms up.
Yeah. It seems
But
like everything.
No rainy.
Yeah,
No
it's not too bad. We don't get too many. I mean, we'll have a thunderstorm or a rainy spell every once in a while, but there's a town a few miles the other direction that breaks it all up for us all the time. I'm like, thanks.
It was awesome being with you guys. Now, is Joseph coming on next, or?
I assume he is today, but I honestly don't know if he's going today or not.
If Amber's still in here, she would
she's
be
still
able to
in
tell
here,
us.
If you're still, I can. If he is, everybody go storm Joseph's chat. And if he's not, we will see. I believe Susie
I'm
Q
looking real quick. See,
comes on. Susie Q, she comes on at 6 my time.
Okay.
Susie is.
Susie says, I think Funk is.
Funk is okay.
Okay. All right.
I've been checking on everybody's schedule, and it seems like every time I get everything down, it kind of switches a little bit.
Yeah.
And I'm guilty of that too.
That's another reason why we probably won't come back. There's so many slots that people have taken. It's like, you got midnight on a Tuesday to stream, and you might get 3 people. So it's, it's difficult.
And I really try to be considerate of everybody's time slot and trying to make sure but
it's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard because you want to look out for your fellow YouTuber. You want to look out for your fellow YouTuber at the same time. No one owns the time slots. You got to do what you got to do. So totally get it. But thank you, Kerri and Jesse.
thank you guys very much. It was awesome. We will have to do this again.
Go Tampa Bay. No, just
That's fine. That's fine. I don't think Chiefs need any help.
Oh my gosh, 17-0. Oh my
That's
God.
great.
But thank you guys again, and thank you guys, everyone in the chat, for tuning in, and I will see you guys soon.
Hit that like button.
Bye, guys.